Hey, by the way, Nick, my B chest, how many steadfast drones do you think I have in it?
Probably like 8.
5. Feels fucking bad. Okay, so IJ, you ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a TLDR of most of the settings really fast so you don't waste your time trying to look through them and read them. I gotta turn my volume down. Okay. Cassandra Classic is a linear curve of progression, meaning starts out easy, gets harder, gets harder, gets harder, gets harder.
Okay.
Chuibi Philax is, or Fuibi Chillax. I
Phoebe.
said her, yeah, I said her fucking name backwards.
Phoebe.
Anyway, whatever. The Chillax person,
Phoebe.
fuck you. Okay, E,
Phoebe.
Fui
Oh my
B
god, you're killing me.
Chillax. She is more of a builder. I mean, it says it's more building. She will not attack you as frequently, but if your difficulty is set high, she'll still send the same difficult shit at you as other storytellers, just not as often. So if you wanted to do more of like a building slash learning playthrough, Chillax would be good. I've never played on Chillax. And Randy Random is exactly what he sounds like.
An
He can
asshole.
send you, he can put malaria on you in day 1. He can put 3 raids at you back to back to where you just don't have time to catch up. You could have a totally long period of time with no raids. He's random. Okay. So that's the storytellers. I highly recommend you start on base storyteller on rough.
Like,
So that's
classic.
either on some challenge or rough. Cassandra Classic, yeah. Otherwise you're gonna get fucked. I mean, getting fucked is kind of important. So there's 2 ways to play this game, IJ. There
Give me a
is an
seed.
objective. I usually just hit randomize. Have you played the tutorial?
Nope.
Yeah, you better go do that.
Nope.
Go back. Trust me, do it. It doesn't cover a ton of things, but it covers enough that it'll get you started. Because if you're gonna jump into this game with no guidance whatsoever, it's gonna be not fun. Just trust me. The tutorial is not horrible. Anyway, now that you're streaming a game I care about, I will watch.
Oh no. What do I pick?
Don't be picky about your starting colonist or area. Just, I think it tells you to pick a place. Click on the landing site with temperate forest biome and flat terrain, then click next. Read the thing in the top right. Okay, so I'll give you a TLDR of the biomes. They range from hot to cold, just like they would in real life. Desert is the hottest. Ice sheet is the coldest. Tundra is next on cold. Then arid shrubland is next on heat, or maybe tropical forest. I'm not sure, one of the two. Then tropical forest is next on heat. Boreal forest is next on cold, and right in the middle is temperate forest. Temperate forest is what I almost always exclusively play on. I do kind of like arid shrubland. The biome will base what creatures come to it. More hot terrains, desert and arid shrubland will have things like elephants and rhinos, whereas temperate forest will have more, like muffalos will show up. Muffalos will be pretty common in boreal forest because it's colder. They're like, buffaloes. Anyway, in general,
Can you read
for
the
the
text, by the way?
yeah,
Okay.
for your starting place, the tutorial, nothing matters in the tutorial. Nick actually continued playing the tutorial. It made me laugh. You're not supposed to do that. But yeah, just follow the tutorial. Zoom in, by the way. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You realize each one of these hexes is a place. Yeah, you can zoom in.
I realized that.
Okay. That is a fucking good colonist.
High social, high intellect, high crafting.
Oh god, he has asthma. Okay, yeah, he's very, dude, he's 17 base crafting, 17 base intellectual with passion in both. That is insane. And he comes with good traits. Kind, iron-willed, and fast walker. Not a single bad trait. Asthma is not a big deal, but he'll use up your medicine. He has to constantly treat it.
This guy has no social. Like, he
That's
can't
fine.
get social.
in general, when it comes to incapable of, most people will tell you avoid people that are incapable of dumb labor. I don't completely agree, but dumb labor means plant cutting, hauling, and cleaning, and that comes down to a lot of the general tasks that the colony has. But
He is teetotaler too.
dude, you have 2 iron wilts. That's the best mental break reduction in the game.
Also, I
Prostophile.
steadfast on the last
I
one.
love Prostophile. Now that I know how good it is, attaching a bionic part on a colonist is not all that hard, and it makes them way happier than most other traits. And Masochist is another decent one.
Okay, they all have shooting, but none of them are good at it.
Pretty much. So when it comes to surviving in a colony, you need to make sure you have colonists that are capable of cooking, growing, medicine, and intellectual. The others aren't as important. Crafting comes up later, and mining also comes up a little bit sometimes. Social is not all that important. Also, I'm probably going to give you a list of recommended mods. Like, there's a lot of mods that are really important in Rimworld right now. Like,
Oh, it wants me to
all tools.
randomize a character. Which one's my... I think this last one's my worst one.
Last one's pretty shit, yeah. To be honest,
okay.
all 3... Did you get an addiction?
No. Volatile,
So,
physically
Volatile's
dull.
not so great, but yeah, Volatile killed that colonist, but also no burning passion. So, I'll give you an idea of what I look for.
Leo's guy wants to ask me something.
Okay. I don't want to explain the whole game to him. Fuck it. I'm gonna let him just learn. I've got my strategies, he'll have his.
Okay, I'm back.
So I changed my mind. I'm not gonna explain the whole game to you. Just do your tutorial. Don't be picky about these colonists. They're not important. Once you're done with the tutorial and you've chosen a place to live, then worry about what stats you get. Just know that there is way more bad traits in this game than good. So to find a colonist that has no, like, incapable of none, burning passion and regular passion and stuff that's important, and having like 2 or 3 positive traits with no downside traits is rare. And you're like colonists pop out and everything and you're still on generating map. The fuck was that? That was so goddamn loud, IJ. Your hosted sound is so fucking loud.
I know, I gotta turn down the volume. Wait, I can't edge pan this?
I think you use WASD and I think you use middle mouse. But I don't remember. I have to play it to remember. By the way, are you in game?
Yeah.
Okay, I only see generating map.
What? Okay, I
Like-
just have to... I know how to fix that.
What happened?
It's... Hang on, let me click this thing over to full screen. it doesn't want to capture it. So let's go with windowed, and then I'll just monitor capture.
Hopefully we'll get someone in here who's really good at Rimworld that can talk about strategy, because I'd be interested. I am not super great at the game. Like, I've definitely got knowledge and skill of it now, but it still is really tough to hold off some of the later game raids. I already think I know my problem, though. I already told you. I don't accept lots of different colonists, and that means I'm cut down on manpower.
Okay. So, what does that say? Click your starting items and select them.
If only you had a mod to do this. There's a mod called All Tools that has an option to unforbid everything on the map. That's what it's trying to tell you to do. Right now, just follow what it's telling you. Like, it's not really important to just, you know, get too involved in the game. Also, for the love of God, 1, 2, 3 is speed. Please speed the game up. You know how you just equipped your 3 colonists with their weapons?
Yeah.
Probably want to look at their skills beforehand. Pistol, close range, lower accuracy. Therefore, a higher shooting skill will benefit it more than a colonist with a lower shooting skill. Bolt action rifle, really good accuracy, second best range in the game. Obviously, this benefits a colonist with lower accuracy, or lower skill. I mean, obviously they'll be better with higher skill, but you want to kind of compensate. So if you have one that's 5 and one that's 8, the pistol needs to be on the 8.
How do I make him drop it?
Click on the pawn, go to the gear tab, and then there's arrows to drop individually anything they're holding.
Open the bills tab?
Oh yeah, workbenches can get quite in depth. There's like a lot of customization you can do. Sort of like what I used to do with the Moria, except even more. Like, make 2x and pause once you reach there, but then don't unpause the spill right when you hit under that threshold, or instead unpause like after a while. How does it feel so far?
It's a bit more intuitive than Nemoria was.
A bit? I mean, to be fair, you haven't seen very much of the game. I'm sure that your outlook will change, but what I'm referring to is like, how does it feel to move around and that kind of thing?
I don't like
hating
having
it?
I wish I could edge pan, but
You mean just like move the mouse and have it go
Yeah.
to the edge? Yeah. Yeah, I do too, but... And I'm sure you'll live. The shining thing of Rimworld to me is when you get to the combat system. And also how you can cater your start towards like an objective. Like this tribe is all like if you have the EDB prepare carefully mod, you can edit starting colonist stats. You can edit an entire starting colonist of 5 tribespeople to be psychopaths, and the idea behind the colony could be that you were going to harvest everyone's organs and sell them on the black market. And like, that would obviously not work without bloodlust, because people would be crazy. Oh hey, your first raid. It's not that the tutorial is scaling down this raid either. It's, this is how it's gonna be. Your first raid will always be like this. Every other raid is gonna be consistently getting harder. In terms of cover, different things give different cover values. Sandbags are pretty good, 65%. Walls are better at 75%. So in this tutorial, they're having you use sandbags because you can build them like where you want to. Wait, why'd you change the difficulty?
Yeah, tutorial is over.
Oh, yeah, are you gonna actually stay here?
Might as well.
Shit, you didn't even, like, try and customize your colonists at all. They're not bad, but they could be a hell of a lot better.
Oh.
Dude, you and Nick both stayed on the tutorial. You guys are funny. I fucking ditched that shit the moment it let me. If you want to, like, make it so that you're gonna learn faster, IJ, I would recommend editing a scenario and starting with a colonist with nothing, because that will give you the fastest, like, here's everything that you're gonna need to get done, and a kind of a priority system as to what's the most important. Guess what?
Ah.
Wood burns. Yeah, fire is a major issue in this game. So, figure out how to fix that. Or don't. Did you have a viewer, AJ? Oh, wait. It's my bot.
What the fuck are you doing? You dumb motherfucker.
What animal did you start with, by the way?
Oh, Arctic Wolf.
Wow. That's not bad.
His name is Trouble. Bonded
I don't know
with
if it...
Steroid.
I don't
Bonded
know.
with Steroid. The guy with the fucking mohawk.
Steroid is the name of your colonist?
Yeah.
Click on him. He's got to be named after his adulthood life.
The fuck?
Dude, he should have the Hulk. That feels bad. There's... Oh, shit. So, you don't have Wildlife tab, which is a mod I will definitely get you to get early on. It allows you to monitor through a tab all animals on the map and have quick, like, function to all the different things involving them, hunting them, taming them, etc. So, look at the stats of your colonist. Do you have anyone with animal skill?
Yeah, Steroid.
How much?
11 with a passion.
Okay, so, if you click that grizzly bear and you hit tame, it'll tell you what you need to know about it. All taming is a chance and a gamble, by the way. Every animal has a chance of retaliating. A grizzly bear would be an insanely good thing to have there early on. They're strong, they eat damn near anything.
So, do I specifically assign him to tame it, or what?
Yes. Oh, okay, so hit the work tab, and then there should be a checkbox at the top called manual priorities.
Yeah.
If you do that, you can then set a priority level. They will always work from left to right. Generally speaking, I set the first 3 to 5 as a 1, because you should always prioritize firefighting and medical, blah blah blah. But after that is when I tailor off into their specialties. So for everyone, you would want to turn anyone who's not good at animals off completely and make him number 1. Unless you wanted him to say haul before he tried taming an animal, then you would set hauling at number 1 and animal at 2. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Hey, welcome to your first thing that's not fucking Nemoria. I love this about the game. That there's like absolute manual priorities for everything.
Yeah, what's the animal one? What's it called?
Handling. Dude, it sucks. I used to be such a big fan gay of Rimworld, Nemoria. And then development stopped for it, and now I don't really care for it about a lot. Like, since the developer ditched it, it's like not worth trying to defend the game anymore. You see what it said?
No.
In the top left when you click tame on that grizzly bear? Grizzly bears have a 1.8% chance of fighting, like going after the colonist when you try to tame it. So this early in the game, it's a gamble because you could probably kill that grizzly bear. Mad animals are very common. That's going to happen all the time. They're usually not that big of a deal, but that grizzly bear could be the mad animal, and that would obviously be very. It could be. I know. Usually it's small animals, but you could... dude, I had a Thrumbo wander on the map, and it fucking went mad animal. And I was early in, so my colonist got ripped. Mad animal's like a random event, but it's more common. Every random event's got like a weight value. And certain ones have cooldowns, like Blight has a cooldown. Randy Random's the asshole, dude. When you play on him, fucking random events have like reduced cooldown, so like Blight can happen more often, and he will do it. I'm gonna put it in theater mode so I can see if anyone joins. I want to talk with anyone.
Wait, how do... Oh.
What?
Never mind, she's healing.
Oh, if you click on the beds, you can convert them between medical and colonist. So medical beds will increase the surgery success chance, and they will also increase the, reduce the infection chance. So a medical bed is much better to treat people with than a non-medical bed. However, if you leave it on medical, then you forget about it, the colonist will just fall asleep on the floor because they've got nowhere to go. They won't choose a medical bed to sleep in.
Oh, she must be feeling better now. And she just went and slept outside.
That's because it's a medical bed. She's actually stargazing.
Oh.
It's a joy thing. Also, if you click the restrict tab, you can restrict their time schedule to get all your colonists on like the same sleep schedule. Because right now, if you so click a colonist and click needs. Do you got some negative ones?
Yeah.
Like, read them.
Ugly environment, feeling
That's
terrible,
fixable.
dull barracks.
Okay, dull barrack. That's an important one. So if you put more than one bed in a singular room, they will count it as a barracks. This can be good and this can be bad. So it's good in the later portions of the game when you can get that barracks really fancy, because then every colonist will be happy. However, barracks early game causes awful barrack because it's a pile of shit. So generally speaking, it's probably a good idea to give your colonists individual bedrooms. I don't think you have anyone with jealous or greedy, so yeah, individual bedrooms would be good, so I'd probably do that. But there's like a size factor. When you finish a bedroom, if you click on the bed, you'll see the size, like, oh, sorry, if you look at the bottom right, you've got like these buttons with a red X. If you click those, you can use them. The middle one with the, like, I don't know, it's in the middle, on the bottom. That will show, like, values of shit you're doing. Hold on, let me take a look. Yeah, so go to the bottom right, IJ, and click on the middle bottom section of those buttons. You see which ones I'm talking about? They're beneath the game time.
Yeah.
So if you click on the middle one on the bottom, that is
Environment display?
environment display. Now highlight it over the room that you've got, like the big one with the barrack right now, and you'll see all the different stuff in it. If you had, like, yeah, it shows like that's showing the beauty, but do you see how it also shows the room stats?
Yeah.
Barracks, it's currently dull, and it's mostly because no beauty, it's dirty at the moment. The space is, as you can see, really large. So you can use that to figure out like what size space you need. I typically go with like 4x6, 5x3, like all those are good. But you can go as little as a 2x2. It'll just have a tiny effect on their mood. They'll be unhappy that they're in such a small bedroom.
Wait, how do I select for chopping?
Architect, zone, or architect, orders, chop. You can also use plant cut, because trees that are not above, I think it's 50% growth, will not give anything if chopped. So it won't even try to chop it. Dude, I got distracted watching you, IJ, mining forward with my hammer, and I just looked in my bag and I had like, fuck it, I filled my diamond backpack with resources.
You need a job.
Oh yeah, you have an idle colonist. Let's see what they can do. That's awesome. A doctor with any colonist that has like good medicine with passion for shooting. Oh my god, that colonist has sanguine. Sanguine is the best positive mood modifier you can get. There's a difference between mental break threshold and positive mood. sounds really bad.
He'll get better.
Yep. Is he a passion for it?
I don't think any of them do.
Yeah, I usually don't go for passion on mining, but later in the game I feel like it's so important.
Actually, the idle one, she has a slight passion for it.
Yeah, that's good enough. Any passion at all. Because if you highlight over a skill that has no passion, then
Oh,
highlight
that's
over
odd.
one
I'm
that's
looking
got
for-
regular.
She isn't assigned to mine.
That's your problem.
Let's fix that.
Okay, so do you remember where you check the environment display?
Yeah.
Use the first one, which is like a roof icon. That shows roofs on the map currently. Light green is a regular roof that's removable. Dark green is a mountaintop. If you see dark green, if you have... So dark green is candidate to spawn invasion, which is, you know how I said like insect hives can spawn?
Yeah.
That's what that is. It'll take the place of a raid. Early game, invasions will fuck your ass inside out. You cannot handle invasions early. Not even really into mid. So it's very important when mining into mountains like you're doing that you pay attention to where dark green is. Only mine into dark green when you can actually handle that kind of thing. But how does the game look on 2560? Is it like super zoomed out?
What do you mean super zoomed out?
Like how well can you read text?
It's a little difficult. But
Yeah, I was gonna say.
27-inch screen kind of helps that.
Well, that's the thing. You're running a bigger resolution though, so it's not really making a big difference. Dude, I'm impressed. I paid $250 for this monitor. 1920 by 1080, beautiful display, beautiful color. It better fucking be for $250. And this shit's almost 7 years old and it is not giving me one bit of problem. Who's attacking you? A drifter? What the fuck? I don't know what a drifter is. No, what did it say? Like raid from who? Also on the right side, when it says raid, it'll tell you when you open it what they're planning. Very important to look at that.
That's
okay. Yeah, sometimes it'll say they want to use sappers to go around your defenses, or they are a mortar team, like, or actually that's not a raid, that's a siege. But yeah. You need to pay attention to that though, because it'll give you cues as to what they're doing. And if you don't have cues, like, for instance, maybe they're not raiding immediately, and you're currently doctoring up people from like
you motherfucker.
What's the % chance on taming that Also, when raids are happening, it's probably better to slow the game down. It already does it for you when you get in combat. God, you fucked him. Click on his health tab. What happened to him?
Gunshot, 2 gunshots to the torso, got cut by the knife in the torso, took a gunshot to the left kidney, got his leg cut, and then took a gunshot.
The bolt action rifle is really what took him down. Look at the bleeding icon. If it's really big, they're bleeding heavily from
I think it's the 2 gunshots in the torso.
Yeah, the 2 in the torso and the 1 in the leg from the bolt action probably put his blood loss.
How do I get him out of here?
Well, you can make another bedroom like the ones you're making and put a bed in it and convert it to a prison, or just convert your main base to a prison once you've got your bedrooms done, and then capture him and your people will bandage him up, or you can go into like melee range and just shoot him to death, and then make under miscellaneous you can make graves, or you could just ignore him until he dies and then bury him. How good was his stats? I mean, he's pretty much dead because you don't have any way of bandaging him right now. You would have to convert your
decent
colonies.
construction, decent animal. He's gay, physically dull, and jealous.
He'd already be dead to me.
I know.
If I saw that shit, he'd be fucking done. And no gay colonists for me. Well, okay, so here's your options. Option A, finish that building on the left, convert the bed to a prison, right-click capture him, let your colonist bandage him up, and then you can choose to chat with him to gain social skill on the colonist, or chat and recruit to attempt to recruit him, release him to release him, and if he did any damage to your colonist, which he did, you have an option to execute him. So it's your choice. Or you could just let him lay on the ground and bleed to death, or you could end his life yourself. He's not really hurting anything sitting there bleeding to death, but when he's dead, he will be hurting your colonist's mood. They do not want to see him, especially when he starts rotting. Oh, hey, look, he died. So, here's where you make a grave and get him the fuck out of there before he starts rotting. You
Can
can
I assign a
deconstruct
bed?
graves. What?
Like, set owner.
Yes.
Okay.
You know what I think is my favorite thing in Rimworld so far?
Huh.
Is the fact that there's a lot of tactics with guns. Like, ranges, accuracy,
What's the,
cover, weather.
hang on, what's the animal sleeping spot?
Yeah, you can make one. You can put it wherever you want. You can also, if you hit architect and then zones, you can
Well,
dig.
I was
you
wondering
can,
that because I'm putting the wolf with the guy that's bonded with him.
You could do that, yeah. I don't think it has a huge impact.
It might, like, it sounds like it's something that should.
Yeah, like if you put their bed next to the owner's bed. Yeah. So, yeah, that is a good idea. I think it will have an impact. I don't think it's like a big enough impact to be important, but it is cool.
Where's roofs again?
First tab in the bottom.
Wait, first tab.
What are you asking?
How do I make a roof? I forgot. Is it
Zone area. Anything involving like a zone. Growing, roofs, animal zone, colonist zone. By the way, your colonists won't like fight fires or clean unless it's within a home zone. So keep that in mind. There's an option to disable it from automatically expanding your home zone, but it does it automatically by default. A lot of people turn it off. I personally don't give a shit and I leave it on.
Need more wood. Right now, all the wood's being delegated to forest.
Yeah, so you're making a nice looking place, but I'm going to tell you right now, a dry thunderstorm or a flash storm is going to fuck you up. Just, wood is kind of like a death trap. Or a pyromaniac colonist, which you don't have. But, I mean, for now you're not getting any lightning, so everything's fine. I'm kind of hoping that it will happen so you get to see it. But that would result in your colony burning up. Okay, so you know how you told the guy to cook 20 simple meals?
Yeah.
Hit the drop down tab. You have an option for do X and do forever.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you do X and then hit details on the right, there's like stuff you can do with it.
Hmm.
You can like tell them cook 20, and then once they reach 20, they'll suspend it, and you could say unpause. You haven't set it to X yet. Now do you see pause when satisfied? At the bottom?
Yeah.
If you check that, you can tell them to not start recooking until they reach a certain threshold.
Yeah.
So make 15 meals, pause at 15, don't unpause until you reach 5. Otherwise, every time they eat a meal, they'll go recook another one.
Right. Alright.
That's really smart. Like, I'm a huge fan of the fact that that's in the game, and that is from Alpha 17.
Well, they're like... Oh, I need to make some tables, and then let's actually deconstruct these. Because I want to finish the walls and the floor so I can get some, Look at that. Broke the beds and now they're finishing shit. That's exactly what I wanted.
What are you talking about by broke the beds?
The old beds, I got rid of them.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, or are you saying like... Oh, it's because you had no wood, dude.
Yeah. They're seeming to not want to go chop trees.
In your priorities, that's called plant cut. So you have their other priorities set higher. Plant cutting is directly tied to growing, so higher growing skill means faster tree harvesting.
There. Look at that. Look at that, guys. You break a tree and wow, you can make your bedroom better.
Dude, do you remember in Nemoria how they used to like block themselves in the mine all the time?
Yeah.
That does happen in this game. It's usually that they'll block themselves behind a wall while they're constructing, but at least it doesn't happen very often. These guys are actually pretty smart. Oh, okay, so that's a random event that just happened. Beavers, they come in the map, and they're beavers that have their hunger values set to drain really fast, and they just go crazy for trees.
What the
You
fuck?
can
Where
choose
do
to...
they go? Okay, where are the alpha beavers? Like, what do they look like?
They're brown. They're gonna be on the edge of the map somewhere because they just showed up. And based on the fact that your difficulty's not set that high, there's probably not gonna be very many.
Yeah, like I hit jump to location and I'm not seeing anything.
Zoom in a little bit.
Wait, I see a bunch of blood splatters.
Highlight over it without clicking it or anything, and it'll show you what it is from in the bottom left. So that's probably the grizzly bear.
Where can I go to event history?
You can't. That's why I said when you get a raid, Make sure not to just like skip the window.
Still not seeing alpha beavers.
There's a possibility they're not on the map. I mean, just unpause the game and like look from an outside view and just watch for trees disappearing. They mow them down really fast. Too bad you don't have the wilderness tab, right? I will definitely hook you up
I
with
think
some
they're off
mods.
the map.
There's a possibility that they popped in on a map where they're like a section of the map where there's really no trees, and they immediately got hungry, so they left.
Yeah, because I went to jump to location and it put me up here on the top of the map, and I'm not seeing anything. So I'll keep an eye out on that. How do I interact with the... Oh, here we go.
How do I interact with the... Oh, here we go. Oh, a caravan showed up. I didn't even notice. Okay, so look for your colonist that has the best social skill, and they will... Wait, did the tutorial not tell you that items degrade if they're not under a roof?
No.
Well, look at your stockpile.
Let's fix that.
Like, your items will just degrade to nothing. And they'll just start disappearing, and you're probably going to be like, WTF.
Why do I always lose track of this? Expand, build, roof area. Actually, I had planned to, wall this all in.
It's actually really smart that you're building a wall around that. Not for the reason you're probably thinking. Can you guess why?
So shit doesn't get stolen.
Nope. Roofs collapse.
Oh, yeah, well that was like the main
They
thought
require
I had,
structural
but-
support.
Yeah, I just kind of figured that since they weren't just building it.
Yeah.
Let's see, social...
Well, no, it's not that they're not just building it. They're not building it because you haven't enclosed it. They won't treat it as a roofable structure until it's enclosed.
Yeah,
But-
so how do I make her go talk to him?
Right click with her and look for the guy that has the yellow question mark. Every caravan that's interactable will have that. And if you wake her up, it's going to give her disturbed sleep, but it's not a huge deal.
Yeah.
She can deal with it. Alright, let's see. Did they sell anything that's so good? Wow, they have a normal quality power armor helmet. The fuck? You can't afford it, but my god.
Where do I see my money?
Yours is on the left. New arrivals, negotiator, madame, right below it.
Okay.
That fucking uranium spear. Uranium is nothing special. It's expensive because it requires like 10 times the building materials to make it.
I'm not seeing anything.
Well, outside of like everything you mean, all the armor vests are good. The power armor helmet is like late game.
Yeah, but I don't want to buy something if I can't put it to use.
Your colonist
Like-
could wear it right away.
Like I think, fuck, I only have $800 and I don't have anything worthwhile to trade.
Do you want my suggestion?
What?
I would buy the armor vest good and buy the pistol good and sell medicine until you can afford it. The pistol will go on the third colonist who currently has a knife because melee's awful. And the armor vest is just good quality. Normal is no big deal.
Okay,
And I would definitely get rid of that steel ship.
I just clicked it.
But you can go back and trade again, it doesn't matter.
All
Your
right.
colonists will automatically go and grab the armor vest, but they will not with the pistol. So you gotta manually equip that.
Okay.
They will automatically seek out the best clothing or armor that they can find. However,
Okay,
they will
I
not
think-
do so.
Alright, that's as much as I can do.
Yeah, but you see, you just blew all your bank though, which kind
Yeah.
of sucks. There's
But
other ways to
that
make
tells
money.
me that I need to stockpile for the next time I have a caravan.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, caravans are basically there to relieve your load because you're gonna have a lot. When you get a raid of 20 pirates, they all are carrying full clothing and weapons. So you're gonna get like 80 to 100 items. Too bad without mods, the items don't hold really any value unless you strip them before they die. If an enemy dies, the clothings get a D in their name, and it stands for Dead Man's Apparel, and it's really bad.
I just got another caravan.
Yeah.
Can't do anything with it. I have no money.
Well, I mean, what kind of caravan?
Pirate merchant.
Open them up. They probably can buy weapons. You have a fucking lot of steel. Never mind. Your stack sizes are small. Each caravan buys different stuff. Exotic goods deals
want to
with
buy the
animals.
wolf, but I don't want to get rid of it.
Well, yeah. Dude, this pirate merchant is selling people.
I see that.
Pirates and slavers sell people. So pirate merchant sells
Dude, his name's
sieging
Brick,
equipment.
and he's big.
Yep.
Sorry, Brick, I can't save you.
And he's like 45, which Brick seems like he's probably around that age.
Yeah.
So open up Brick and look at his stats. The I is information. You'll see like why Sheriff is bad.
He's not Brick. He's
Yeah.
only 6 melee.
Yeah, so
Dude,
when
he's
you hit
fucking
character,
useless.
yeah, so highlight over his adulthood, Sheriff. That's why. Every character has a backstory from childhood and adulthood. Sometimes they won't have adulthood if they're like 17 years old. But look at what Sheriff does.
He's lazy.
No, he isn't.
Yeah? Like,
No.
he refused to lift so much as a finger unless it was for money,
Oh,
alcohol,
okay.
or
I
revenge.
wasn't sure what you were talking about. Lazy is a trait, IJ.
Oh. Well, I was just talking about his character in general.
Yeah, I was looking for his trait, and I was like, he doesn't have lazy. He's not lazy.
Yeah,
But yes,
nothing I can do.
Sheriff and Assassin both basically disable everything on a colonist. I have a Sheriff on my playthrough right now, but that Sheriff has regular passion for melee and shooting, and burning passion for animals. So once again, highlight over the skills of a colonist to see like their different leveling values, and you'll see why I only care about passion. Or don't you, Dick?
Aww. Tempted to trade, tame the grizzly bear, rejected.
What was the chance? If you highlight in, or if you zoom in, like damn near as much as you can when they're taming, you'll get to see the chance. Oh, there's your alpha beavers, by the way.
Oh, good eyes.
Those are not good eyes. They're fucking everywhere, I
No, I
And
said
they're deforesting the fuck out of everything.
it's just these right here.
Did you equip the pistol on the third colonist?
Yeah.
Did you set your colonist to be able to hunt?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
Actually, wait, that needs to be high priority right now because these things need to die. Jesus, madam. Alright, Miles just sitting there spraying and spraying.
Is it sleeping?
Oh my god, you guys are terrible.
Is the beaver sleeping?
No, this is just disgusting watching them try to shoot.
It's because the pistol does not have good accuracy at that range, and they're trying to stay at absolute max range of the pistol. That's how they hunt, is they stay at max range.
It's summer.
Yeah. What temperature or climate did you have here?
It's currently 75 degrees, clear. It's the 1st of Juggist.
Jugist? It's Jugist. Juggist. You're stupid. It's not July.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Oh yeah. Oh, here we go back to the Fuibi,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Oh, there we go. Fuibi. Please.
Yeah? Dude,
Get off my fucking case.
You don't gotta be salt, IJ, just because you don't know how to pronounce Fuibi.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go eat dinner real quick.
Alright. Later. No. Fuck no. That sounds like an awful experience at best.
For everyone for who's watching, I'll be right back and go eat. Okay, I'm back. Detox.
So you're back.
Yep.
It's funny. Your base looks almost identical to mine. Oh, you haven't even tried out the research yet? See the tab at the bottom?
I've done some research.
Oh, yeah. How could you do a research if you don't have a bench? So, you notice how, like, electricity, air conditioning, etc. is already done?
Yeah.
If you play tribal, you don't have that.
Wait a minute. Oh shit, I'm out of food.
Yeah? Oh, dude, look at that escape pod. So escape pod is when a crash survivor lands. You should check out the stats on them and see if you want them. Oh, you do have a bench, never mind.
Where'd you see Oh. Oh, wait a minute. What the fuck?
Also, didn't you already hunt the alpha beavers?
Yeah.
So what happened to them?
I don't know.
Do you have a butchering table? What's that 3x1 table you have?
Fueled stove, stone cutter.
Okay. Hello. You need a butcher table to butcher the animals, I think.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
I could have sworn the tutorial taught me that.
No, didn't.
You can tell your construction is to prioritize something by right-clicking on it with him in hand. So if you wanted him to finish that table instead of the floors, since everyone's already starving, you could have done that. Are you building supports?
Yep.
Your walls wouldn't be up if, you know, you didn't have good enough coverage. Did you just forbid that muffalo?
No.
Go check if it has a red X. Also, you still haven't checked the escape pod.
Where is it? Oh. No, it's a turkey.
It's called clicking on it and saying jump to location. That's an ostrich, dude. Are you serious? Oh. They weren't hurt that bad, so they eventually got the strength to get up and they walked off the map. Ooh. Explosives expert. I don't know what stats that's gonna be.
He's pretty balanced. Good shooting.
Yeah, he's not bad. Aw, shit. Incapable of dumb labor. Lil. Highlight over explosives expert. I want to know what that gives him.
+5 mining, +5 intellectual.
No drawbacks?
No plant cutting, no hauling, no cleaning.
Rip. That's dumb labor right there.
Yeah, but people are fine.
He's still good. No, I know. I'm just saying, like, I thought explosives expert would be, like, good. Generally speaking, that's not good. Better than sheriff or assassin. Assassin is literally nothing but melee and ranged. No skills. And their melee and ranged is mega high. Like, 15 plus on both guaranteed. Why do you keep running your guys up to the enemies?
Well, I was running them to cover to ambush them. He fucking pieced.
Yeah, if you kill half of the raid, they will flee. And they are most definitely...
Oh, he just fucked her up.
Check the health. What happened?
Stab scar. Dude, he just ran up and shanked her.
He has a... Oh, he's the guy with the plasteel knife. You still haven't put the pistol on him?
I thought I did.
Yeah, he ran up and just stabbed her. What a ruthless motherfucker. How good of a how good of a character was that? Tribespeople are very hard to recruit, but yeah. When recruiting, if you try to recruit with someone of the same faction, you'll have a better chance.
Oh,
so if you
shit,
get a
she's
tribesperson,
starving.
okay, first things first, IJ, there's berry bushes on the map. And wild heal root. Heal root is not for eating, but berry bushes are, and they're really easy to spot if you're not blind. Red dots on a green bush is really easy to see. Zoom in more. Oh,
Hey,
lol.
look at that pistol sitting there. That genius over here never equipped. You know, I told
Yeah.
him to.
You definitely didn't. He would have equipped it if you told him to.
Yeah, I need food.
There's a packaged survivor meal on the ground.
Yeah, it was apparently set to forbid.
Yeah, but I already told you how to get food. I'm looking at a million berry bushes. Zoom all the way in. Berry bushes are not long-term food, so do not rely on these. If
No,
you have a
I'm
cold
not.
map, eventually animals are going to be all you can eat. Harvesting a berry bush is plant cutting. But it doesn't matter because your new guy can't even do that shit.
Okay, why aren't they butchering these animals?
Highlight over your butcher bench. Also, it's the cooking skill. Yeah, they should be butchering, so you need to set someone to be, like, cooking. Higher than a 3. Jesus. You know that noise it made when you set that guy to a 1?
Yeah.
It means he's dog shit at it.
Oh, Fat Boy needs a bed.
Fat boy? Oh, new guy? Dude, you've got every type of pun right now except for Hulk. Which makes me really sad that Steroid wasn't Hulk, because that would have been hilarious. Hulk, you know how Brick looks? That's what Hulk looks like. Huge fucking upper body. Smaller lower body. By the way, I must show you something when you finish this. Your base design looks exactly like the YouTube series that I'm watching. He's playing a Nomad playthrough, which means he just constantly travels from map to map. He made a rule he cannot be on the same map for more than 15 days, so he's caravanning around. And yeah, his basic base design looks exactly like this, except the stockpile. Like little bedrooms attached onto a workroom. Did your colonists get food?
Yep.
Yeah, they look like they're eating.
Well,
You
there's
got
no more
another-
break risks.
You got another mouth breather now, so you got another one to feed. Plus your dog doesn't look like it's hunting for itself, because you probably didn't restrict it from your fridge, and so, or your stockpile, so they're going in. By the way, food goes away. You have to cool it. Ooh. Where's that ancient danger at? It'll be a large structure on the map.
It's there. I'm just gonna leave it alone now. It can.
That would be a good idea. It could contain insect hives. It could contain mechanoids. And if it contains nothing, the people that come out of the sarcophagi could be enemies. So, yeah.
How I rotate?
Rotate what?
Figured it out.
Oh, the big Q and E on it?
Oh, I just middle mouse clicked.
You look at the left side. BT dubs, you know what a cooler requires?
What?
Electricity. That's nice, RJ. You figured out that you should store corpses in your freezer. That is good. Well, I think you figured it out. You turned it off. Why are you putting chunks in there? Oh, that's your stockpile. Never mind.
Hello?
So,
Hello. I just decided to buy Rimworld, and I am watching and laughing. That's a good question.
what?
Why did you buy Rimworld?
Something new to play?
Just know, IJ, the modding base in this is massive. So if you start getting bored, there's gonna be something you can find to spice it up. Always.
Don't listen to him, that's how he lures people in.
Oh yeah? For sure there's some mods you need to get. All tools. Basically, okay, so you know how your functionality's been so far, IJ? Like how you pick up items and shit, you tell them, like... So all tools gives a haul urgently job that appears right after medical, I think, or bed rest, I think.
Wait, what?
And
What did I do?
oh, so that AI thing is it's telling. Wow, I've never seen it appear in the middle of sea ice.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that.
Well, that's how you beat the game. That's one of the ways to beat it. The first win condition is the AI contacts you and says, if you come to this location, I will ship you out in my ship.
I'm sitting here watching the steroid tame Muffalos, and then Maul just comes in, murks a fucking raccoon, grabs it, and runs off.
Steroid isn't taming anything right now. He's like sitting there eating a meal for 10 years. Is he missing a jaw?
Oh yeah, his
Check his
jaw's
notes.
shattered.
Oh. That's funny. So that happened when you sent your guy up to the tribal people and someone whacked him in the jaw with a club.
Yeah, so...
So you're gonna need to have fun
Prosthetic.
watching him eat for 10 years. I don't really know what to do about a jaw. You don't have extended prosthetics and organs mod, so like you don't have any bionic jaws or anything like that.
Detox.
What?
Did you see the message I sent you earlier?
On my phone?
Yeah.
No? Shit. Hold on. Oh yeah?
Yeah, he said he was really upset with his kills though. He says he's gonna keep practicing until he actually gets a good kill. Because he doesn't like how he got his kill.
Cool story.
He had the same problems with it as you did. Like in terms of like why it's not really that great.
I don't know what you're
Basically,
referring
like fog is just the bot is dumb with fog.
I didn't have that problem, I just said the bot had the problem.
Yeah. Well, he was like, yeah. It was funny because you have to ask the developer and you have to get in like a Discord and all this, and he sent you the file and whatnot. And the developer was watching him play his game over, and he watched the one game that he won on, and he sent him a screenshot of his like CS versus the bot CS, and it was like 2-1 to like 16-6 or something like that. He was just laughing at it.
Wow. Oh, IJ, I am watching this and I can't wait. Oh, look at that, IJ.
Yeah.
Look at that beautiful male 26-year-old Thrumbo that'll literally kill any of your colonists that try anything. That's eating a tree.
Yeah, it can just chill there.
Isn't that thing, like, cool, though?
Yeah.
That's what I've been wanting to have for so long, and I finally got one. And everyone's like, it eats too much. No, it doesn't. Give it access to the map. It'll eat the grass and trees and be fine. Ugh. It's actually going to eat your rice. Remember what I told you about animals? Oh no, it looks like it wants grass. You're lucky.
How do I make them haul something?
Right-click a colonist, grab a colonist and right-click on the rice and hit haul, and they will grab anything nearby to haul up to 75, unless they've got damage dependencies. Well, obviously you can't do Joe, your fucking blast expert who doesn't believe in dumb labor. The reason they're not hauling is they have other tasks that require all their time that are higher priority than hauling. In other words, that's why you should kill Joe. Hey man, I'm just saying human leather's worth a lot. Okay, so think of it this way, IJ. Highlight over your... Look at Joe, and look at what Joe is good at.
Shooting.
Beyond that.
Mining.
Like, how good at mining?
7.
No, I'm referring to passion. He has passion for animals. That's shit. Yeah, Joe is just a pile of shit, dude. Although Prostophile and Trigger Happy is really good combination, he needed one more passionate skill that's important. So instead of having Mal do research, you could have Joe do... obviously, Joe can't do research, but let's say that he had lower research skill than Mal, but he had intellectual with passion. You could have Joe do the researching, and let Mal be the hauler. Make sense? Because
Yeah.
Joe can't haul. So you want Joe to be doing work. Currently, he's idle, because you're letting other people do the work. And, so he's just not able to do anything.
Well, I need to start making I need to make a smithing table so I can start making guns so I can arm everyone. So let's add that.
What research are you doing right now?
Right now, I'm working on machining.
You already got smithing?
Mm-hmm.
When?
That was like the first one I did, and I just forgot to make the thingy.
Okay, so the smithing table can produce mostly melee weapons, but it can produce a great bow, which is a little better. It's like, it's considerably better than a pistol. But since you're almost done with machining makes like all the good shit. The good thing about smithing though is great bows only require wood, so it's like very cheap.
Let's see.
Look at all your meat going to waste. And all your food you don't have. Drop the temperature on your cooler.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it at just above freezing.
What?
What should you have it at? Freezing?
Dude, freezing's 32.
Yeah.
Well, if it's a freezer, that's supposed to be freezing.
Let's see.
Stuff.
We keep ours at about 20 IRL, so let's do that.
I put mine at 24. Who cares? Put it something below 32.
And who's my talker again?
Put it this way. Anything below 30, anything 32 and below will not spoil. So
Oh
if
shit,
your
she's
freezer
got a
was
burning passion for social. You're Mal, you are my...
Dude, social is a bitch to level up. Dude, look at that fucking trader's name. You need that trader.
Oh, poor health. Basically, they're saying she's retarded.
That guy has an assault rifle, normal quality. That feels bad.
Yeah, I gotta
Remember that
use
pistol
somebody
you had?
else.
You're not gonna afford it anyway. Remember that pistol you bought and that armor vest? I would have chosen an assault rifle over both of those.
Yeah, I can understand that.
But obviously that's luck of the draw. Like I said, when that trade a trade caravan with a guy and 3 muffalos showed up and he had power armor, normal quality on him. I fucking axed him immediately. Putting that in perspective, that power armor to buy was 4,000 silver.
Yeah, I just don't have anything worthwhile. Like, granted, I could sell all these components, but it's not enough.
Well, putting in perspective, to make an assault rifle is 60 steel and 7 components.
Too bad you can't trade food.
You can. You just don't have the right kind of trader.
Yeah.
Bulk Goods buys food. There's like 7 different traders if you're playing non-modded. I have a few more, like prosthetics trader, tailoring. I don't remember what the trader's called. Was that Thrombo making you nervous?
No.
Dude, Thrombos are completely peaceful, but guess what can happen to them? Mad Animal. If Mad Animal happened to that Thrombo right now, your colony would die. I'm not even joking. Because as soon as you ran indoors, animals will not go past doors. But they will attack a door if they see the colonist run into it. They can see it anywhere on the map. But the point is, like, if the door is on the outside of your colony and the colonist runs through it, the animal will attack the door. That Thrumbo will beat your door down in 3 hits. And once the door's down, you're fucked. Unless you got everybody into a second door, like one of their bedrooms, before it broke the door down. Because then it didn't see the colonist. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Alright,
But
Joe,
yeah.
since you're a useless hunk of shit,
Do you see those black patches on the ground south of that spot that you were mining? Use the roofing tool.
Hang on, cargo pods just landed right here.
Oh my god, heatwave. Lel. Good luck, IJ. Oh shit, a fucking cargo pod of hyperweave. That is the rarest clothing material in the game. Hey, why don't you look at the temperature?
Hey, it's like it's at home.
No, it's gonna get up to like 130. It's a heat wave, IJ.
Yeah.
And you're in the middle of Jugist. Well, fun fact. Your colonists can't handle 130 degrees Fahrenheit. Better figure out a solution fast. Look at their health tab. Alright, I have a question. Did you read what that vent does?
Equalizes temperature.
Okay. So what are you equalizing? Oh, okay. I see what you're doing. That's fine. don't forget, the game does have a like heat dispersion. So, like take that bedroom for instance. That's 4 bedrooms away from that cooler. That one's going to be getting the least amount, but it might still be enough. You're lucky, by the way. When you start the game off with nothing, you have to like mine components, which takes a while. And you have to mine steel, which takes a while. And say a heat wave happens because you're playing random, it's real bad. I basically hide in my freezer. Keep watch of their health tab, by the way. Heat stroke can kill. Dude, look how hot it is. 131 Fahrenheit. Yeah, if they start overheating, you have to like desperately run them in the freezer. Actually, if you see them, dude, I just saw someone eat raw meat. What kind of colony is this? This is the learning curve, IJ. Your colony's going to shit quickly. You haven't even gotten to the hard part yet where raids start fucking you. Actually, you have, to be fair. Steroid got his jaw broken. Oh, IJ, I have to show you something real quick. I showed it to Matt, and I think I showed it to Nick, but I want you to see. You, because you highlighted over that deer, and it reminded me.
I don't have any hops. It's summer, you dipshits.
Did you realize it's grow in the summer in this game? Alright.
How do I check temperature?
Just highlight your mouse around. It'll swap between, like, where you're looking.
Indoors, 93.
Also,
Okay.
if you click on one of your colonists and click the gear tab, it'll show their temperature range. You can handle temperature a little over or under their range, but if it's too far over or under, then it's bad.
I might need a second cooler if I need.
Alright, here. Look in Discord, like pause your game and look in Discord real quick.
Yeah.
You gotta look at that comic. The fuck? Are you blowing hot air out of your stockpile?
Oh shit. I did that backwards. The fuck are you talking about, Matt?
Oh,
You have to
I
look
did.
at this, IJ. It's killing me. You have to see the cruelty of some things that happen in this game.
Oh no. That's bad.
Dude, yeah. His hunter went out with a melee weapon, cut the fuck out of its buck, cut all 4 of its legs off. And then, his restrict tab hit Joy-Time, and he went fucking played billiards while it's on the ground dying. Fuck.
Fuck it.
I
we're
love
gonna
his
start
artwork of it,
blowing some
though.
fucking freezing air into this building.
Freezing air?
Let's get it cold.
It won't like help. If you set the temperature to 24, but it was at 70 and it couldn't even reach 70, it's not gonna make it any better. You're trying to cool a massive room, is the problem. Also, you missed a wood flooring and it's triggering the fuck out of me. You missed a lot of them.
That's from a roof collapse.
Okay, well there's one in the main room. And then there's one underneath of every door. Which does matter.
There.
Maybe after this is, maybe when you're done playing, I'll show you some more of those comics. I read through a 39-page website of people making comics, and there's some really good ones. The Thrumbo one I like a lot. Some guy walks up to a Thrumbo with potatoes in his hand, and he feeds them to the Thrumbo, and then it's like, the Thrumbo just picks up its leg and pats him on the head and then walks off. In other words, making a comic about how people try to tame them and the chance of taming them is damn near nothing, but it's happy that you gave it the food and it's like proud of you, but like, keep trying, bud. You're never gonna get me. Oh, do you know why your room's so hot?
Why?
Torches.
Oh.
I just realized you built torches. I never build torches. Unless it's cold. Campfires and torches generate heat. You do not want a sun lamp. Do you know what a sun lamp's for?
Indoor crop.
Hydroponic. Yeah, it's for hydroponics. The sun lamp draws 2,900 watts. Click on one of your coolers and look at how much they're drawing. How many bedrooms do you have, IJ, that has a lamp in the middle of your floor?
Oh, it's to simulate it being in the ceiling, but
Fair call. You seem to be lacking power on one of your lamps.
yeah, I'm trying to figure out.
I'm amazed your solar panels doing so well. Oh wait, it's summer. It might not do so well in winter. I don't know when your safe crop growing season is. Oh, here we go. Finally! I've been waiting for this. Yes! I was sitting there waiting for it to happen. I saw you build that battery out from under a roof and I was like, he's gonna fucking pay for it when it rains. Your solar panel can short out too, IJ. You need to build a roof over it as well.
That'll keep it from getting the sun, though.
Maybe I'll show you the video. Northern Lion was streaming, and they almost convinced him to build a roof over his
Dumb
solar panels.
motherfuckers, get out of bed, finish the goddamn roof. I'm gonna wake all you motherfuckers up. All you
This is
outfit. Finish
this
the
is
job.
better than I expected. I hope one of them mental breaks now. Dude, that was a good roof they built, right?
Good enough. Now go back to bed.
Did you know what Steroid was doing in there?
What? Eating?
Trying to eat. Dude, look at how long he takes to eat. I'd love to see you eat without a jaw, Isaac.
Oh, I know.
That also means Steroid is not going to be able to be used for social at all. So, like, trading with caravans.
Frost just told me not to be a slave driver.
You don't have any slaves.
Not yet.
That's one way of looking at it. Your colonists will be upset with whoever sells the slave, but who fucking cares? It's a one-time social impact. So if you sell 100 of them, they're not going to be any more upset than if you sold one. By the way, can you do me a favor and click the roofing option to see if that's mountainous or not? Nope, it's not. It's just regular roof. No big deal. If you see dark green, IJ, you're not going to be happy. You think that battery exploding was bad, it can be a lot worse. A bug hive popping up right now would end your colony. Also, if 3x isn't fast enough for you, you can turn dev mode on in the options, and it'll do 4x, which is like double 3x. But currently with you learning, it's probably best for you to stick with 1, 2, 3. I play in 4x a lot.
Can I run power inside at all, or?
I mean, you ran conduit on the ground outside, what would stop you from running it on the inside?
I guess you can build around it. That's all I was worried about.
Wait, what are you asking?
Pirates. Attack immediately. There's 3 of them.
Who are they geared? Does any of them have a gun? Dude, you're so lucky, IJ. There's no guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pirates I get, fucking sniper rifles, rocket launchers, siege groups that are mortaring my base.
Yeah.
They're gonna get worse. You have 3 people with guns and 1 person with a knife, except you probably didn't equip it on them. By the way, if they're attacking immediately, you don't have time. What quality was the great bow?
Good.
Who crafted it? It's whoever you have set to crafting.
I don't remember. I think it was Mal or Madam.
Yeah, I'm curious what their crafting skill is, because good could be a very lucky roll. You see the accuracy on it, though?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, I really like great bows. It's like a real good technological step to better ones. Also, in order for cover to work, pawns have to be standing directly behind it. So lining up a whole bunch of pawns behind a wall isn't going to work. But if you were to separate, like... Well, these are melee anyway, so it doesn't matter. Dude, Mal's getting a dick right now.
The fuck are you doing, Joe?
What do you mean, what's Joe doing? You told him to go equip the great bow and you never told him to do anything else. This is the worst example of focus fire I've ever seen. Joe for president? I think he just saved your colony. Remember how I said you were gonna kill Joe? Fucking not anymore. Joe just saved you. He saved you from your own stupidity. Three v 3, you lost the 3v3. Luckily enough, there were no guns involved. Do you see those bottles on the ground? That would be go juice. You could roll the dice on the next raid if it seems like you're not going to make it and dose up some of your people on go juice and hope they don't get addicted. It'll make them super good. That's why that guy was so tanky, by the way. You notice how your colonist lost that melee fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was hyped up on go juice. Read what that shit does.
I gotta take care of my colonists. Hang on.
Do you have doctor set really high?
I should.
Oh, lol.
Yeah.
Well, turns out you're using medicine for really minor wounds, because it defaults to medicine. You can change what it defaults to. Oh, dude, see? Alright, so do you see... Oh, whoa, what's going on with Mal? You might want to click on Mal and check what's going on with her. She's incapable of doing a ton of stuff. Did she take, like, a brain injury or something? Joe is drafted, by the way. Oh no, she just can't walk, so it's Xing them all out.
Yeah.
Well, here's your recovery time. Good old Joe rescued everybody, but can't even put a damn band-aid on them.
Fucker just went to sleep.
And guess what? Steroids chilling in the freezer trying to eat. Dude, that's some pretty bad luck, to be honest. To get Heat Wave into a raid with a fucking melee fighter on Go Juice. Doesn't matter what weapon he has, he's gonna out melee in 1v1. Drugs are strong in this game. Especially Go Juice. Oh, now you gotta deal with infections. You know why that infection happened?
Why?
Dirty hospital. You see all that blood on the floor?
Yeah.
The dirt, like, okay, so pause the game, click each one of those hospital beds and look at the different values. You can tell the one with blood all over in the room is really high for, like, it's low for surgery success and high for room infection.
Tendon infection is at 90%, so it should be alright. This one is bad for some reason.
The one in the middle?
No, one on the left. Oh, because it's got a shitty bed.
I don't think that's why. What do you mean shitty? Like, what's wrong with it? No. Okay, so room 10 infection chance is better if it's lower. I think. Either way, the one covered in blood is going to have worse on both stats.
How do I
Is everyone
make
all
them
bandaged?
clean?
Grab a colonist that's capable of it, right click, clean up blood. You can make your colonists do anything, RJ. It's just they have to be capable of doing it. Or you set all their priorities low except for cleaning and they'll clean the whole base and keep it spotless. But that's all they're going to do. I always try to have one colonist that has cleaning set as a higher priority than hauling, so that it's always done. But with low number of colonists like you have, it's not so easy. If you had 20 colonists, obviously it'd be a lot easier. You know what I'm going to do as a challenge soon? I think
What?
after I finish my current playthrough, somebody on YouTube was playing the game, and he kept turning colonists away, and someone told him, I challenge you to accept every colonist that you can. Which means you'll end up with a ton of colonists very fast. Meaning, like, if you see Pyromaniac Neurotic, you take it. Lel. That'd be a shit show. Your colony would be safe. You'd have to worry more about your colonists than enemies. Also, if you check the health tab, you can see how the infections are doing. A colonist can die from an infection, so you need to monitor it. What I'm getting at is, when you did all that hospital work,
Now
if you
she's
had...
got food poisoning. She's just all fucked up. Won't lose her.
Food poisoning shouldn't be a huge deal. She has food poisoning because I don't know, it's simple. You don't want to lose her. Notice how Trouble didn't help you in the least?
Yeah.
You haven't trained him. Trouble would have been able to take that one on Goji's. Probably take some wounds, but that animal is stronger in melee combat than your colonists. You like how Trouble just walked into your freezer and ate a meal? By the way, I don't know if you know that your
Extreme
freezer...
infection.
What's the percentages?
Oh. Immunity 88.
You're barely fucking fighting that off. What about the other one in the leg?
91.
Is she winning the battle?
Well, I mean, things are disappearing, so...
Eventually she's either gonna develop immunity or she's gonna die.
She's gonna get immunity before the infection gets to 100. Developed immunity to both.
Alright, barely made it with that one. I'm gonna tell you right now, 92 or 93% is way too high. Notice what I told you though. Look at where all the infections happened. The dirty fucking room. So, if I was you, I would make a new room and put several beds in it and call them all hospital beds and make sure that room is fucking spotless all the time.
Yeah, I just gotta get everyone healed up.
Yeah.
Hopefully a raid doesn't come.
I'm telling you right now, that is the least of your worries. A raid is not gonna kill you right now. A fucking flash storm or a dry thunderstorm is. Nick got to experience dry thunderstorm. It depends on where the flash storm is, but generally, I mean, the game will try and save you if the fire gets too crazy. The problem is, when fires start indoors, the temperature rises to unsafe levels to where you can't even firefight it if you want to. Don't worry about that. Escape pod. Check it out, RJ. You need to check those immediately. Listen for that noise. Lel, you took too long again. Oh, no, they're walking. if you had a prisoner bed, you could arrest Gaston. How's his stats? Or you could go shoot him and hope he drops.
High intellect, high crafting. Not
Traits?
incapable of anything, neurotic.
Oh, yikes. And beautiful. That's like a recipe for disaster. I hate beautiful or
He's
pretty.
77.
Yeah, do you know what beautiful's gonna do?
What?
Every girl is gonna want his nuts so badly that he is going to dump your females constantly and rotate. At least that's my experience with beautiful and pretty. But it's okay. He has good stats.
How do I get
Really
him?
bad shooting. Currently your only option is to run at him and shoot him and hope he doesn't die. But I don't think you're gonna make it because he's too close to the edge of the map. How do you get him? Next time you do it faster. He was on the ground, like, not able to move for a little bit. They're, like, not giving you heavily damaged ones right now. You don't have a prisoner room. You can convert that bedroom to prisoner if you wanted. But I don't think you're gonna reach him in time. He doesn't have horrible wounds. Also, you do kind of have to worry about characters that are very old. They can suffer from heart attacks at any time.
Oh, he fell.
Oh my god, you're lucky. Do you know why?
Because you can rescue him and turn him.
No, why did he fall? Click his health.
Go juice addiction. He passed out from go juice. Alright,
I don't know if you want him now.
execute.
Okay, so 3 reasons you don't want that guy. Number 1, frail.
We're supposed to care for people in our society, Brian.
We're 3,000 years in the future, Leah.
And
All the more reason we're supposed to. There should be a shotgun. Oh, you're dating. Oh, bam, you're fixed. Not just. Oh,
Well, I
let me
didn't
chop
say
off
execute.
your head. We're supposed to.
you're not supposed
care
to
about
execute him,
people,
IJ,
Brian.
but you could imprison him and release him.
Did you see my
but-
comment?
But you do not want a drug addict who has frail. He's half blind in both eyes. 77 years old, probably can have a heart attack at any time, and he's neurotic. Dude, I draw the line when I see neurotic. I didn't even know his health tab. His health tab has like 3 horrific things. Frail is really bad. Frail and bad back is like 30% movement loss.
Wait,
and you
what?
just
Why is there a dead body in here with her? The fuck? Who the fuck did that?
I'm guessing maybe.
Joe?
What do you mean, Joe? Joe can't even pick up a body, IJ. But yeah, so that guy Gaston, withdrawals are really hard to fight. IJ, is what I'm getting at. It takes like several weeks of in-game time, and the whole time they have this huge mood penalty, and they'll mental break and all sorts of shit. If they're addicted to go juice plus one other drug, they actually cannot walk during the withdrawal period. So everyone has to feed them and help them go to the bathroom.
Somebody fed her human meat.
Why do you have human meat?
I don't know. It's like they brought the body in and just said, here, eat.
Oh. I think they fed her a raw human because you have no food. They're trying to stay alive. Your colony is awful, dude. You're eating the people now because you're out of food because you don't know how to fucking get food. Frost, can you hear me? If you can hear me, you must make stories about this colony. This is like Alcatraz, but worse. prisoners come in and they don't come out. They instead get eaten. Mal picks up a gun and just crashes. Was that Mel? Yeah. I heard and I look over and she's just passed out on the floor. You can also draft a colonist and manually carry them around and shoot animals. It's faster than hunting, but obviously more manual.
I was wondering why. Alright. Going on a hunting expedition.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Please. Step closer if you can't. Okay, just fall asleep. Come on, pass out.
Why'd you name your punching bag Joe?
That's what he came as.
How's the shit show going?
Um,
Oh, you've lost some colonists.
yeah, they broke and I had to knock them out and capture them.
Uh, well, alright,
Oh,
yeah, that's a thing.
yeah, so he broke. I think this is it.
Well, dude, they're starving, IJ.
I know, I'm
No shit,
just,
they
it's
broke.
not my fault Mal can't shoot for shit.
That's not the problem! There's vegetables, IJ.
Yeah, I think this is it.
First colony dies before you even see a gun come at you. God, I was explaining to my mom out there while I was making dinner, which is just cereal. I was explaining to her what's happened, and I was like, yeah, he just had a body brought into one of his colonists.
Alright, I'm gonna call this one lost.
It's not over, IJ. Oh, God. Pussy. Alright, well, now, what have we learned?
Mental breaking is a thing.
Yep. So, you're lucky. I was gonna say it's not super great making them prisoners, because if you look at their health tab, they're gonna be a little upset. Oh, is Mallet 0%?
0% what?
Look at her needs tab.
Oh, that's it. She just passed out.
To what?
Malnutrition.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's definitely it now, because you've got no one to deal with the prisoners. Oh.
Yeah, GG. They died. On that note,
Dude.
I'm gonna go get something to drink. I'll be right back.
That was good progress, Ajay.